Hello, everyone. Good morning. It is Wellness Wednesday here in our group, and we have a special guest, which you guys are in for a real treat. You're going to hear from I'm stumbling on my words, Cynthia Halverson this morning with hydration and more. And she's going to talk to us a little bit about what Kangen water is and what are some of the benefits. So, Cynthia, to get us started, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and also your introduction to Kangen water?
Absolutely. I'm actually have been in marketing most of my career, and that's what I was doing when I moved here to Colorado a little over 2 years ago. And the person I was working with, I suggested that she join one of the local chambers, and there I met a woman who had this technology with 7 types of water. And my first question was, who needs 7 types of water? But then I learned about all 7 types and why do we need them. And I was so enthralled with it, I wanted to have a machine in my home. And it wasn't until my mother visited a few months later from Florida, and I had her drinking the water that she had a life-changing event, and that's when I decided to close my marketing business and open up Hydration and More. So I opened the store. I had the business open about almost a year before I opened the store. The store is located over on Glen Eagle and Struthers. And it's a free water store. I actually give away free water, and people go, why do you do that? And how do you do that? How do you stay in business? Obviously, I sell the machines, and that's what keeps me in business. The water is free, and as you see behind me, I have all kinds of bottles and jugs and water bags, if I move my head, that the people buy those and have them filled with water. And then you can come back as many times as you want. Most people come twice a week because of what the water is. They refresh it twice a week and it's until they buy their own machines.
Awesome. So tell us, what is Kangen water? Like, what makes it so special? And you mentioned briefly there were seven different types. Can you kind of briefly explain the variety and what it does?
So Kangen water, the Kangen water machine was created 45 years ago in Japan, in Okinawa, Japan, by a company called Enagic. And it actually takes your tap water and it changes the molecular structure of the water so that it's super hydrating. It changes the shape and the size of the water molecule. It also adds an electron to it, which is super, super important. And that's why people come twice a week to get water, because those electrons dissipate after a few days. But that extra electron is your antioxidant. So in a glass of Kangen 9.5 water, you would have as many antioxidants in that glass of water as you would drinking 4 quarts of blueberries. So what do those antioxidants do for us, Melissa? They make us healthy, don't they? They take our free radicals, so those unhealthy cells, they turn them into healthy cells. They give us more energy. This was created as a medical device in Japan. We don't sell it as one here. If we did, we'd have to charge you about $14,000 for it. But we sell it as a health and wellness device, so it's affordable for people to have in their homes. So there's 3 different levels of drinking water. When you start drinking the water, you kind of detox a little bit. It gets rid of the toxins and acid waste out of your body. So we start you at a lower level of 8.5, then you work your way up to 9, and then up to 9.5 is where you stay at an alkaline level of 9.5. Again, this is different than the bottled water that you get that says it's alkaline that you get in the grocery store. Those waters, if you read the label, most of them say they start out with reverse osmosis water and they add baking soda to it to get it to that alkaline level. We're not adding any cleaning chemicals to our water. We're actually changing it through electricity so that it is a level of alkalinity and acidity. So every time you turn on the faucet, you get some alkalized water and you get acidic water, and each one is used for something different. So while I'm getting 9.5 drinking water out of one side of them, out of one hose, the other hoses give me 4.5 acidic water, which actually takes the place of Windex in your home. So we call that shine water. So you can clean with it. You can clean your glass and your chrome and your stainless with that. There's a beauty water that's super hydrating for your skin. So not only are you hydrating from the inside out, you're hydrating from the outside in. There's also 2 super wonderful cleaning waters, and I really want to tell you about those today because it has a lot to do with what's going on today. So again, we make no medical claims. We're not going to tell you that this water kills any virus, but the 2.5 highly acidic water is hypochlorous acid. In the letter that was sent out from the CDC telling about all the different disinfectants that are effective, the main active ingredient in each and every one was hypochlorous acid. So you can come and get this water for free. You can sanitize everything in your home. It's safe for your skin. It will dry out your skin. So I always say follow up with the beauty water to rehydrate. But it kills all germs and bacteria and viruses, has for years. Wound care specialists have had used hypochlorous acid for many, many, many years for healing. And then on the other side is the 11.5 highly alkaline, which actually is a degreaser. It emulsifies oil. So you can clean your produce with it and wash your clothes with it. So it's pretty amazing that you get all these waters out of your tap. Basically, right. It starts out as tap water.
I can attest to when I went into your store and you did a demonstration for me of, you know, the bottled waters that people purchase and think that, ooh, this provides all these amazing benefits, but in reality, it doesn't. And I think that's really eye-opening. Things such as, what is it that you normally give children?
Pedialyte.
Yeah, Pedialyte. And it was just truly eye-opening to see, you know, the advertising on waters, because this is something that I talk about a lot with supplements and essential oils, is what is advertised on those labels is not exactly what's in those bottles. And that's where the same thing with water is, people think that we're getting amazing hydration when you buy a certain label, but in reality, it's a waste most of the time. So that was very interesting.
So we tested it to see if they were actually hydrating or dehydrating, right? Remember that? And most of them were dehydrating. They were oxidizing. And then they were also very acidic.
Exactly. So it's like it's making your body think that you need more because you're actually dehydrated, which is really, really concerning in the bigger picture, for sure.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit, you know, right now, if people cannot get to your store, and I also have several people that watch these that live in other states, so they could not come to Colorado Springs to come to your store. How do they access Kangen water? How can they get their own machine in their home? How does that process work?
Certainly, a couple different ways. First of all, I just want to say that my store is open, and there's only out of 5 water stores in the Colorado Springs area, there's only 2 of us that are open. But if you want to go to my website, which is eco.hydrationandmore.com, you can find out there's videos that tell all about the waters and what they do, tell about the different machines. There's many different machines. You can see them over there. You can call me and we can go through things on the website together. You can actually order a machine online. The company's still sending out machines. And I think last month we sold 15,000 Kangen water machines. So people are getting it. And I want to mention one more thing if I can, Melissa. I think this is a good time for people to understand that we need more than one income stream. Because there's people that are not working right now, and had they had a home-based business like you're doing, I mean, you're a smart businesswoman, you knew that, right? You don't have to depend on someone else. So I think this is a good time to think about that too, that there might be something else out there to offer that people might be interested in.
Definitely, and I'm glad you mentioned that because there are business opportunities in home-based businesses that
Lots of,
exactly, which is great. So thank you. So I will go ahead on the Facebook group and make sure that your website and contact information is also listed again with this video. Is there anything else that you want to leave us with about?
Well, I just want to remind people that hydration is like the most important thing. There isn't an organ in your body that doesn't need hydration, and not every water is hydrating you. And hydration, if you're dehydrated, that leads to inflammation, which leads to all sorts of sicknesses and illnesses. So hydration is super, super important. So let me help you out. Let me give you some free water.
Great. And thank you so much for being our guest today, Cynthia.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.